It is a championship for the Bedford Bulldogs, 3 in a row.
Johnson serves it in. Great header there, and it's a goal.
Brian O'Brien shot, Bedford goal.
Sees it about the 18, sends it up and over and in. Big shot, Grace Crowder. Will kick, snaps back, kick is up. It looks good. It is good.
It's good.
It is good.
It's good.
And welcome here to Bedford High School at Bedford, New Hampshire Stadium. We are going to be bringing you playoff soccer tonight. The boys varsity team will be taking on the visiting Portsmouth Clippers. I'm Corey Munster-Tiger here in the booth with Bill Klein. Bill, playoffs.
Hey, you better believe it. This is exciting. Bedford's got a big week. We got 3 games, boys tonight, girls tomorrow night. Friday volleyball, of course. Friday night also. Merrimack will play Merrimack over there. But tonight, hey, rematch, preliminary, first round. Playing a team that they played not quite a month ago to a 3-0 win for Bedford over the Clippers. But Corey, there's one big change, and I kind of shared that with you before, that in the prior game, Portsmouth had a number of starters that did not play at all. They were injured, and they're all back tonight. So this could be a different type of a game. However, Bedford would appear, based on statistics, to have an advantage. But we'll see what happens. Anything happens. It's tournament time.
As you say, it is tournament time. The Bedford Bulldogs come in with an 11-5 record. They are the 6th seed. Portsmouth comes in with a 7-6-3 record. They're the 11th seed. The winner of this game will likely face, I believe it is Nashua South on Friday evening. And hopefully we can bring coverage of that to you either through Nashua ETV or some other fashion, but we will figure that out. We are underway.
I'm sorry. Right now, it's actually scheduled for a 3 o'clock afternoon game down at Stellos.
All right. We will see. As we normally see in these games, the teams are likely going to be feeling each other out here in the early stages. Although the Portsmouth Clippers are putting some early pressure on the defense. Throw in on the far side there. This is Purcell. Poked away by Ethan Benjamin. Diaz tries to control, but he'll get called for the foul against Aiden Chin.
And we've got Dale back at the studio for replays. Want to give it a quick try? Dale, wake up.
Nah, he's awake. He's usually on the ball. He's waiting for this free kick as they'll take it from about the 40, try to serve it into the box.
Nice ball.
In it comes, and yes, it is a nice ball. Headed away by a Bedford defender. Couldn't quite see who that was. Away from goalkeeper Caleb Yater. Diaz now waits for reinforcements. Plays it down the side. Elliot Teixeira tries to get the edge. Good defense there by Pat Bancroft. But Teixeira now gets it in the middle. Ooh, volley. Not good contact there by Diaz, but nice job by Teixeira to serve that ball into the middle.
Corey, do you remember the size of the goalkeeper last time? Is this the same keeper? I don't remember him being so small.
Yeah, this is the same keeper, Nico Cunha.
That's right. Now, when you say the name, I recognize it.
Caplow deflects the ball and clears it out. Teixeira tries to run on, but Chin is there for Portsmouth. And now the Clippers will play it back along the back line.
It's interesting that the seedings, the way that they place these teams, Bedford ended up, I think, in a very, very good spot, assuming that they win tonight, compared to the other side of the bracket, which has number 1 Hanover being the sole team that got a bye. We have beaten all but like one of the teams in our bracket. So we're in a much better position, I would say, than most of the teams on that up top side.
Yeah, and honestly, the Bulldogs had, many would say, a surprising result when they traveled up to Hanover earlier this year and put one on them. They won that game 4-0, so it was a little bit of a surprising score for many in the know in the Division I New Hampshire soccer realm. Nice move here on the far side. Colin Johnson trying to serve one in, and it gets intercepted. Played away nicely by Gar Hindle. So that was a bit of a surprising result, and as you just mentioned, Hanover came away with the #1 seed in this playoff. Poke here out of bounds by Portsmouth. This is Tavis Wallace on the throw. Looking deep in the corner for Teixeira, tries to play body off, but tips it out of bounds.
A lot of the seeding did come down to the final game of the season for a number of these teams, and I think the Pinkerton team is the one who we jumped over based on the win against them, and the BG win is the final game for Bedford.
Cleared back into the corner by Richie Black. And that Pinkerton team that you just mentioned that had a tough seeding change late, they ended up losing to Nashua North in this preliminary round. That score was 1-0. So Nashua North will go on to face #2 seed Wyndham. They beat Keene 4-0 in their matchup earlier today. Those are the two games that we know of that have been determined. And of course, as you mentioned, Hanover, the #1 seed, gets a bye in this 15-team playoff.
Yeah, that's a mathematical bit of a puzzle. In a way, the NHIAA uses a percentage in the 70% rule up to a maximum of 16 teams. So you've got, in some of these brackets, you've got the one off, like in this one, where you only have one team with a bye. In other groups, it drops down to an even number 14, like for the girls. And they're going to have, they've got 2 teams with a bye in the first round.
Some possession play here in the middle, going back and forth. Neither player aggressive into that ball. It's eventually played back to the back line for the Bulldogs. And now Johnson fiddles with it on the sideline, and they earn a throw. Diaz contests far in the corner. Now they earn the free kick.
Opportunity here with the replay. Dale, thank you very much. Should come in right about here. There it is.
Go.
Yep, caught him from behind. Not sure if that was Elliott or...
I believe that was Teixeira.
Teixeira, yeah. Thank you, Dale. Appreciate that.
Switching fields, Bielecki finds Tavis Wallace, and now Richie Black plays it up.
And of course, besides Dale back in the studio, we've got Andrew Fenn on the camera tonight. Andrew on the spot as usual.
Great job, Andrew and Dale. We appreciate all your efforts, and I'm sure all the folks at home appreciate it too.
I had a moment to share with the officials that are working the game tonight that if they want to watch this after to see how things went, if there's any question marks that they would have in their own mind about how things were called, they can go to BCTV and
great ball here.
Pick it up on demand. Look at this.
Tulin heads it back in the middle. Diaz scores! Beautiful ball into the box. Tulin unselfishly gets it back into the middle. Let's see it on the replay. Colin Johnson with the service.
Yep.
Tulin heads it back down. Nice little touch there by Diaz. Gets to his left foot and buries. The Bulldogs go up 1-0.
And that was scored 7 minutes. Almost exactly 7 minutes into the game. Here's another shot of it as we restart on the field. I like the way that that Mr. Diaz did not kick it hard. He just placed it perfectly with enough on it to ensure that it was going in the net. We saw last week at least once there was a shot that was taken inside the goal area. I'm not talking the penalty area. I don't know if it was a game that you were here with me on Corey or not, but the player actually had the ball inside the goal area. It was like 5 yards away, kicked it over the crossbar. Here we go again.
Another opportunity here. Teixeira threatening, deflected away. Last second by Connor Williams, but the Bulldogs earn a corner kick. Yeah, you're absolutely right. We're going to see it here. Oh, excuse me. This is this last play.
That's the last play. There's the shot right there. Well placed. It looked like Elliott was going for the left post pretty clearly, which was open.
I believe that was Bancroft getting the deflection for Portsmouth. And yes, you're absolutely right. Back to that goal. Beautiful placement. Service here.
Oh.
Great job. Good header there. It looked like Kaplo got a piece on it. And then the follow-up rebound gets kicked out of bounds, deflected off of a defender.
I didn't see the deflection. Here we got another replay.
There it is. Kaplo getting a great head on it. Keeper
Looked like it went off his shoulder. The players...
Nico Cunha getting the save there. Now Portsmouth plays it out deep. Richie Black will play it all the way back. Yater now back to Black. And right up the side here. Diaz serves it back to Bielecki. And now they get intercepted. Woodley plays it out to the side, but Tavis Wallace is there. Takes it out of the air. Teixeira runs onto it. Great strength to run through two defenders there. Diaz back to Teixeira. Solid defense there by the Portsmouth Clippers.
All season, that group up front, when they click, they get some shots off. And obviously have scored quite a few goals, along with Ali.
Ali Mirza just always in the right place at the right time. We're going to get a foul here. So restart will happen by Hindle.
Hey, turn, win first and second here.
That's a tough call, as you said. Maybe an over the back there or something.
Yeah, that was kind of borderline.
Soft call.
It's okay. I'm not going to pick on the referee for something like that. I'm going to wait for a good opportunity.
Nice job here by Connor Williams, sneaking through defenders and getting it ahead, but now Diaz comes away with it.
Going to go right down the line here.
Yes, he does. Great play to Tulin into that right corner. Serving it into the middle again. Here's Teixeira. Gets another.
Goal!
Tulin with his second assist, and Teixeira gets on the board. It looked like it was a Meg there.
That's part of the connection that I love the way those guys play together.
No, not quite through the legs, but low and just outside of the reach of Cunha, and the Bulldogs go up 2-0 here.
And another excellent finish.
Only 10 minutes into this game. So Bulldog Nation is quite happy with the start here. 10 minutes in, and it's 2-0 Bulldogs. Wallace playing the ball to himself, but it goes over that sideline. We'll get a big throw here by Williams down the side. And now it deflects off of Wallace again.
The other day I said something about the fact that, you know, some of these teams can score multiple goals in a short period of time, and the Bedford boys had two in that 1 minute time frame, and that was almost not quite the same length of time, but close to it. But Portsmouth is a good team. They could come back.
They sure are.
Closely matched.
Bulldogs to start the season had some trouble in the final third, but certainly not in these first 10 minutes of this game.
I like that. I like that back pass there to take the pressure off, regroup. They're so good about connecting on touches going up the field here. A long one.
Black tries service to the deep right corner. Tulin and Wallace normally working on this right side. They get intercepted by Williams into the middle to Chin. He's got some time, so he looks deep down the left-hand side. He's got a man. This is Zach Aman. Aman can't get good foot on it. Shanks it out to the side. It'll be a goal kick. Nice play there.
Let's see this. How he came out, cut down the angle incredibly. Look at this.
Yeah, this is Yater, though. Walensky's not starting this
I'm
game.
sorry.
Yeah.
Right. Yater. That was a nice play.
Nice job to come out and challenge, put some pressure on the attacker, and Amen ran onto it nicely, but couldn't get a good solid shot on it. Teixeira.
One of our sport broadcasting correspondents just phoned in a result, and North beat Pinkerton this afternoon, and it went to PKs.
Wallace here. Ambitious, but he'll earn a corner.
So that was the number 10 Nashua North team beating Pinkerton. Number 7, 10 over 7. And with not a lot of time left, the Nashua South team is playing very nicely and has a 4-0 lead over Alvern. Alvern being the 14th seed. Only Keene under them, number 15.
Diaz serves it in. Header. Look like Teixeira might have got a piece, or maybe Tulin. Tulin it is. Heads it over the bar. And now quick restart by the Clippers. Hindle plays it all the way across. Here's Bancroft. Up to Purcell. Now Woodley touches it back but misses the connection. Benjamin intercepts. And now Middleton up to Diaz. Far sideline for Johnson. Diaz looking for the run. Tavis Wallace from his outside back position coming all the way up. Seeing if he can get a cross off. Sneaks it in but can't connect with Tulin. And Black there on the clear out. Nice little 1-2 there. Diaz back to Teixeira. What can he do now? Good defense there by Chin. Now Tulin gets an opportunity. Great save, Cunha. Clearing it out from that 6-yard mark is Bancroft. Great save there by Cunha. Let's see the replay. Diaz probably got away with a tug on Chin, and Tulin gets the opportunity. Left-footed. Cunha true to the challenge. Middleton, Tulin, nice little tip. Benjamin gets it to go. 3 goals to none.
3-0. Oh,
nice little chip there, my goodness.
Wow.
And Tulin's got 3 assists. Look at this. Watch that nice little chip. Right foot, outside of the foot. Benjamin whiffed there, but able to stick it in after it slips by Cunha.
Nice little deke on the keeper, the way he paused. Keeper committed. He's down on the ground and just brought it or touched it nicely around him to set himself up for a simple, easy goal with a great passing for the Bedford side, as always.
And how about senior captain Jack Tulin coming away with his 3rd assist of the game? Bulldogs shredding the Portsmouth Clippers here early. Black clears it off the back line. Headed in the midfield by Briggs Catino, but the Clippers finally find possession.
You know, Corey, you brought out the fact that Bedford beat Hanover, and up at Hanover, which is like huge, amazing. That long bus ride to come home a big winner. Well, I've said it all season that this Bedford side, when they play really well, they've got a fantastic defense. The offense just needs to take some of these good shots, which they've been doing tonight. That's for darn sure. And they can beat anybody.
They sure can. They're clicking on all accounts here this evening, and now they earn another corner kick. I believe this is their 4th already. Benjamin there kind of trotting through the midfield, got to the 18-yard box and finally was challenged. Short corner, Diaz back to Teixeira. Serves it in. Tulin now volleys it over the cage.
I wasn't sure who the player was on the prior, back 2 minutes ago when the ball went to the left side and the player, our left forward, whoever that was, did not trap the ball. It got away from him too far. That first touch is like one of the few first touches that I've seen Bedford not make and work positively in a long time.
Benjamin here challenging through midfield. Getting help from Middleton. Now it plays out wide. Here's Amend again. Plays it back to Williams. Touches it. Trickles out of bounds, so the Bulldogs earn the throw. Tulin thinks about it, but drops it for Wallace.
Head.
Love the on-field audio there. We do have the mic right there at half field, so we can hear some of the chatter from the players.
Teixeira.
Tulin back to the middle. Diaz back to Teixeira. Little tip out to Middleton. He'll play it wide. Bielecki now. He'll have a go. Right-footed. Blocked out in front. But over the end line, that was Bancroft. Got the touch, but it'll go for another corner for the Bulldogs. You see here on the replay, Bielecki.
I'll bet you a Snickers bar that Bedford scores on a corner kick tonight.
Whoa. I'll take that bet. I mean, not that I'm betting against the Bulldogs, but I like Snickers bars, to be honest.
I saw you chomping on something when you got here.
Oh, yeah. Bielecki gets ahead on it, but deflects it wide.
That could have been one right there. That was a pretty good service.
Yeah, and of
out
course,
towards the outside corner of the goal area.
Earlier, Eli Kaplow, the defender, came all the way forward and got a beautiful header on it, but Cunha was right there to make the save. Nicely played 1-2 by the Portsmouth Clippers. Williams back on the ball. Delivered from Ben Purcell. Now Purcell gets his candy taken.
Perfect.
Diaz now waits for reinforcements. Tulin.
Nice fake.
Little run.
Whoop.
Service
Shields
by
it
Diaz. Well. Now Benjamin. Nice touch back to Diaz. But it is tipped away. Now Middleton onto it. Defended there by Coutinho. Woodley gets forward. Kaplow plays it deep into the corner. Good try there by Teixeira, but couldn't quite get it back through his legs on his first touch. Benjamin onto it now, brings it down to himself. Little toe tap to Johnson. Great turn there by Diaz and controls. Halfway through this first half, the Bulldogs lead 3-0 on 3 beautiful goals. It was started by Gavin Diaz. Wallace threatens here. Followed up quickly by Elliot Teixeira only 3 minutes later. And then about 5 minutes after that, Ethan Benjamin puts the third on the board. All 3 assisted by senior captain Jack Tulin, creating great opportunities throughout this early part of the first half.
A couple of the last possessions of Bedford down in the Clipper end there was 5 and 6 consecutive touches. That's pretty incredible.
Amend with the header. Chin challenges at midfield. Ooh, I think Teixeira is going to get the foul call instead of the handball.
Replay. Here we go. Dale, thank you.
See the volley. I believe that was from Kaplow. Teixeira was trying to shield him off of the ball, but Chin.
A little push underneath, maybe.
Yeah.
I didn't really see anything worth the call, but hey, if they're consistent both ways, that's a good thing.
Hindle, nice ball into the box. Gets through everybody, and it'll go for a goal kick.
Yeah, I was kind of lucky because it did not look like Hindle was really playing the ball well, but it came down quickly. It almost looked like it had enough topspin to zip down, which makes it much harder for the keeper. When the ball's up in the air, it's a keeper's world. They're the only one that get their hands up there.
Yater came off his line and couldn't get a hand on it, so dangerous. Bulldogs earn one here. Bielecki restarts quickly. Diaz plays it back to Black.
Like we talked a little bit before the game, Corey, as well, the preliminary is still a two-man officiating system, so you can have, when you get two different guys with a whistle, it can allow some inconsistency between them. If one's calling it tight and the other one doesn't, versus a three-man system when you've got the referee, just one referee with the whistle. Should be more consistent all over the field. These guys tonight seem to both be calling it fairly tight, and that's okay. That's good.
More evidence of the tight calls. Johnson was playing on the ball there, got knocked off of it, but Bulldogs will earn the kick. Teixeira controls. Back to Bielecki. Diaz now. Wide for Johnson. They've been putting consistent pressure on this Portsmouth defense throughout this first half. As clearly illustrated by the 3 goals, they've had a couple of additional opportunities too, so very easily could have been 4 or 5.
One of the calls that are made to out to referees on the field more commonly is let them play, when they're blowing the whistle too much.
That's fair enough. It is a boys' sport here. They're young men. They're going to be physical. So you do want to have some of that, but obviously within the rules of the game. Teixeira, excuse me, I believe that was Wallace trying for Diaz there in the box.
I can only tell a little bit of a height difference, a little less hair, and I think he has a different number on his back, but I can't tell you for sure.
Teixeira here wins it nicely at the midfield. Ooh, gets fouled on that far side. That was Sawyer Bouvier coming in and taking a bit too much body for the referee's liking. Now they will regroup, and Bielecki, the left outside back, will come up to the ball, taps it out to Teixeira, and they restart. Looking for a play on that far side for Colin Johnson. Now he touches it out. Gets back on the ball, looking for a cross here. Intercepted nicely on that far sideline by the Clipper D. I believe that was Lucas Milne. Now Black plays it up. Tulin,
oh boy,
he's on. Serves it back in the middle. Colin Johnson touches it far side. Cunha, diving save.
Great save by the keeper. The redirection of that ball was that was amazing. What a great touch opportunity there. Was good. We're going to see it again here.
See it here. Tulin plays it across. Colin Johnson gets his right foot on it behind his back here. Little touch. Beautiful.
Oh my
ball.
gosh.
Can't quite get it to trickle in on that far corner.
That's an SS super save. Oh my goodness. He tracked that ball well. I've never played goal. I have never wanted to. Thank goodness I never had to. What do we got here?
A goal kick here. Trickles out of bounds as Hindle shielded the ball out. Ali Mirza comes in as a sub. We get Will DeDeus coming in for the Clippers. Woodley will head off.
Will's grandfather is he was the founder of the Phantoms, semi-pro or minor league soccer program here in New Hampshire, the first pro team New Hampshire's ever had. They moved from out here, from Manchester Singer Stadium. It's now the baseball field for
Delta Dental Stadium for everybody out there.
Yes. They moved to Portsmouth, and he moved out there, and his son James, who played for the Phantoms, also outstanding college and high school player. Pretty sure it was Londonderry. Could have been Pinkerton, but Londonderry or Pinkerton.
One of those two. Chin now comes onto it for the Clippers. He has space and he'll take it. Tough ball up to the middle there, and Black handles it without a problem. Kaplow will play it all the way across the back line. Now we'll get another opportunity.
That game when a month ago when both of those boys, Will and James, both did not play. Both father and grandfather drove all the way from Portsmouth here to watch the game. That was nice. Their soccer it flows freely through their blood.
Still supporting the team. You like to see that.
Absolutely.
Good tackle on that far side by Gar Hindle, preventing any further progress by Diaz.
Just showing the fact that there was no foul there.
Cunha plays it short. They'll try to build from the back. Ticking down to 13 minutes here in the first half. That's picked off by Benjamin. They get forward. They have numbers. Diaz back to the right, and he scores just inside the area. Beautiful left-footed strike, and he finds the far corner.
Assistant coach's son, Sean Diaz.
This is unassisted here, just beats Hindle and gets close enough for a great opportunity, and Diaz capitalizes his second of the night.
Perfectly placed ball, and like I was big on saying how I guarantee after one of those early games in the season that Coach Pepper was going to really ram down their knees and shins and feet to keep the ball low. Stop kicking the ball up over the crossbar. The beginning of the season was horrendous. And now, look at those goals.
Keep it low, keep it on frame, too.
Give
yourself a chance.
Beautiful stuff.
And now the Bulldogs have a 4-0 lead here in the first half of this playoff game. Again, goals by Diaz to start things off. 7 minutes in. Beautiful left-footed placement into the far side beyond Cunha's reach, and then that was followed up by Elliot Teixeira. Great goal assisted by Tulin. Only about 5 minutes later, we had Ethan Benjamin striking for the Bulldogs. Mirza here shielding off, and he'll earn the throw for the Bulldogs. And now we have Gavin Diaz earning the brace. The first 3 goals all assisted by senior captain Jack Tulin, who takes the throw in now.
Oh my.
Whoops. Bleep.
We'll cut that one out on the replay.
Dale, Andrew, who's got the button on that?
Little disappointment. I think he just didn't like his performance there, but we'll give him a pass on that.
Guess he doesn't know where that microphone is positioned.
Connor Williams now with the throw.
Oh my gosh.
Black runs onto it. A little push in the back, doesn't get called. But
it was just a little, but it definitely did give him an advantage.
Little nudge.
Yeah.
Now
I'm surprised it wasn't called.
Diaz on the ball again for the Bulldogs.
Great footwork.
Dances and finds some room. Now we'll serve it deep to the right corner. Picked off nicely by Hindle on the back line for the Clippers. Chin plays it wide. Deep and very high ball for the Clippers here. Amend comes up with it as it bounces around a little bit. Plays it out wide, but Bielecki, nice play there on Finley O'Hare. Now Teixeira runs onto it again. Colin Johnson for the Bulldogs will settle.
First 2 players that impressed me a few years ago for the Bedford side were Teixeira and Diaz. And both of them have something in common. Teixeira's father played for Central High School, and I reffed his games when he was in high school. Call me the old guy here, huh?
You're the old guy here.
And Diaz, I reffed his father's games when he played initially at Northeastern University, and then he came up to Southern New Hampshire to finish his career. And I saw him play a few years ago. Boy, do I feel old.
Man, I mean, honestly, you are old.
Thanks for the confirmation of that. Andrew's just smiling, and our timekeeper just said, I'm older.
Well, you know, we don't have to compare birth dates here. It's all right, boys. You're still having fun. You're still involved with the sport, and we appreciate that. We're inside 10 minutes. The Bulldogs jumping out to a 4-0 lead. Mirza now shanks it, but it goes in. And guess who has another assist? Jack Tulin. Another assist. Made a great run down to the middle. Nice touch back to the middle. Mirza was right there.
Hit his foot, his toe hit the ground, and then hit the ball.
Seemed like he shanked it. I don't know. Maybe he was really aiming for that.
I think he was aiming for
post.
It. But Corey, you play golf?
I do.
If your club hits the ground before you hit the ball, where does your ball go? 99% of the time, it goes straight ahead.
Well,
but it doesn't go far or fast.
I'm glad that happens for you.
It does for a lot of people.
And the Bulldogs with a 5-0 lead here in the first half. Beautiful ball here again by Tulin. Wallace on the run. Cunha deflects, and now we have a 6th goal. Colin Johnson cleans up the dirty laundry on the backside. And do you believe a 6-0 lead?
No, I like I said, I thought with the solid play that Portsmouth showed us last time, and then the fact that they had these players back, that I thought it was going to be a close game. I still would have predicted like 3-1 or something, or 3-0, but 6-0. And the Nashua South game is in the books, 7-1 final score. So in Nashua South, which maybe I can safely now say probably will be the team that Bedford Bulldogs will face on Friday. Corey, that's the only team in our half of the bracket that Bedford lost to in the regular season.
And I understand it was a tough squad, too. A couple of goals that were kind of gimmies that maybe they would have loved to have back. It was a much closer game than the score indicated.
Yeah, 4-0. And, yeah, like you said.
Really, honestly, 2 of those goals were tough ones, but other 2, again, they wish they had back. Bielecki now on the far side can't handle it. Ticking down to 8 minutes here in the first half. 6-0. Yeah, I did say 6. This is not a lacrosse score. This is a soccer score.
Corey, run down the stats for the scorers and assists.
Sure. We get a little tough play here. The Bulldogs have made some substitutions here. This is fantastic to see. Caden Heitman in at the midfield, and we'll see some other players throughout the rest of this half as well as into the second half with a 6-0 lead. Coach Pepper is pleased to get some of his starters a rest. As far as the scoring was concerned, it started out with Gavin Diaz 7 minutes into this ball game, assisted by Tulin. Elliot Teixeira followed that up just 3 minutes later to put it out to 2-0. 5 minutes after that, Ethan Benjamin got his. Now Mirza, he's on. One-on-one. Cunha can't make the save. We have 7-0. That's assisted by Vinny Rodriguez, and Mirza has a brace.
Nice pass, good onside run, challenges the keeper, who did not come out off the line. He stayed back, giving Ali too much of the goal to shoot for.
And now Ali has 2 goals in only 3 minutes time. Great job by Mirza. As we've said throughout this season, he gets on the field, he finds the goal. It's amazing. And I'm sorry, my scoring recap was interrupted. Usually you have a little bit more time in a soccer game.
I thought you did.
So where were we? I think we got to Ethan Benjamin, assisted by Tulin. That was the 3rd goal of the game. About 10 minutes later, Gavin Diaz got his 2nd of the game. And then these last three have come quickly. We have Ali Mirza at 30 minutes into the first half. 31 minutes was Colin Johnson, and now just about 33 minutes was Ali Mirza again. And the score is 7-0.
And that's only half as much as the largest goal-scoring game this season in boys soccer here in New Hampshire, Corey. Hanover.
Oh, boy.
14-4.
What?
At Bishop Girton.
Oof.
That was a long ride. Rob Grable must have, I don't know, gave them all Snicker bars before the game or something.
Look at that.
I'll tell you. Ooh, here we go. Here's an opportunity.
And by the way, there have been 7 goals, and my bet still stands. I still get a Snickers bar from you because none have been scored on a corner. This is fantastic.
Not yet. We got a lot of time left.
I don't know. I'm not
I
sure.
think a lot of corners too.
I might have to push it second half. We might have to go 2-1. Double or nothing in that second half. If they score a goal off a corner in the second half, I'll go 2-1. I'll double you up.
Are we talking mini size?
No, full size.
The cheap size? Or
they don't have to be the king size ones, but regular, normal size.
Andrew, do the announcers get free candy at the concession stand? No.
That's cheating.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought the answer was going to be yes. Come on, work with me on this, Andrew. Come on.
Bill, you got to pay
Dale.
your debts, man. You can't just.
Dale,
you can't
how about you? You want to back me up here with the bet?
He's trying to freeload for paying off his debts. Unbelievable. We have 5 minutes to go here in the first half. The clock stops. They'll keep the rest of the time on the field as they normally do. Referees will keep tabs on that. 7-0 is your score on a barrage from the Bulldogs.
The Portsmouth fans that made their way out here, I'll tell you, they have been dead silent tonight. They've had nothing to cheer about, unfortunately. And I like to see a close game, an exciting one. And these Portsmouth players played so much better last time. Bedford players, they're playing really good tonight. They've been playing really good all season, almost. Very consistent.
As we mentioned, some of the players who started on the bench this evening are getting some time. That's Evan Hoey on the far sideline playing left back. This is Vinny Rodriguez playing it out wide. Running onto it deep in the corner, Timmy Gleason.
BCTV's live channels and on-demand content are now easier to access at your fingertips than ever before. Bedford Community Television is available for free download on Apple iOS and Android. Download the Bedford Community Television app from your app store today.
Yeah, and you hit some of those upcoming games in the intro here. We do have the girls soccer team playing their first playoff game tomorrow night. They'll be taking on Londonderry. That will be here as well, and we'll be bringing you that broadcast.
6 o'clock, Lauren Fox will be here with me, play-by-play, talking about baseball as much as he can, get in between other things that he talks about. He's amazing.
Well, isn't it a soccer game,
so much
though?
fun.
He's
I know.
Killing me.
Gosh. Hey, we're talking about a professional TV sportscaster out in Kansas City.
Oh, thank you. I wasn't in Kansas City.
No,
though.
not you.
Oh.
Lauren, come on. I didn't say you're not as good as him.
No, we have a great time. Lauren and I do a lot of the basketball games in the wintertime, and he's an absolute joy to do games with.
I fell into this fraternity through my connection with the elections and combination. A couple of people were talking, and Bill Jennings said, "Do you know anything about soccer?" I think you do, don't you?
Yeah, I know one or two things.
But what I didn't understand was I thought the contract included some compensation, you know.
Yeah,
But,
listen, that's something you'll have to take up with the big boss, man.
No, you know what's important, though? I'll tell you, like I was saying, fraternity, you guys and Andrew, Dale, I think I met you once or twice. There's some other guys that have been around here. It's so much fun. This is great. Hope the people out there enjoy it as much as we do. I know we've gotten some good feedback.
Hindle now steps up for the Clippers. Plays it forward. Here's Milne trying to get it forward, but Hoey is there. Here's Bouvier on that far sideline. Hindle now. He'll play it deep. Looking for Will Dedeus. Keeps it in.
Nice play. Well, there you go.
Service into the box, but headed away by Kaplow. Kaplow and Black have been absolute anchors playing those center back positions throughout the season. Tipped out of bounds on the far sideline. Again, score is 7-0. It's not a touchdown. That is 7 individual goals by the soccer team here. Bulldogs leading as we approach halftime.
How many assists does Tulin have?
4 assists on the evening out of those 7 goals. 1 assist for Vinny Rodriguez. A brace by Diaz. A brace by Mirza. Individual contributions by Benjamin, Teixeira, and Colin Johnson puts the halftime score at 7-0. We'll take a break. Let you recover from that absolute offensive onslaught. And we'll join you for the second half momentarily. And we're back here at Bedford High School, Bedford, New Hampshire, ready for second half action. That scoreboard on your screen is correct. You might be surprised. It is 7-0. The Bulldogs with an onslaught in that first half. Now they have the privilege of resting many of their starting players. We see Caden Santerre out there getting some time. Vinny Rodriguez also getting some time. And we'll see substitutes throughout this second half. Richie Black, not one of those substitutes, making a nice defensive play there. Hunte G made that little play on the sideline over there. He's getting some time as well. Now the Clippers, we'll see if they have some fight in them in this relative blowout. There's a touchdown and an extra point. Again, goals by Diaz. He has 2. He started the scoring. Got one also just about 28 minutes into the contest. 2 goals also by Ali Mirza. Huddled next to each other just after 30 minutes into the game. And then goals 1 apiece. We have a shot here. Can't get it on frame. That was Ben Purcell. Goals 1 each by Colin Johnson, Elliot Teixeira, and Ethan Benjamin round out the 7 goals for the Bulldogs. Of note, Jack Tulin, 4 assists throughout that first half. Again, incredibly unselfish, but also incredibly effective. I believe we have a goalkeeper change too. I believe Derek Walensky is in for the Bulldogs as he grabs that one out of the air.
During the half, we got an update from that mysterious correspondent sportscaster out there who was able to give us updates on all the other games, and there was some more upsets. Winnacunnet, the 8th seed in Goffstown, the game that you would think would be close, was close. Winnacunnet came up ahead 1-0. The Londonderry Exeter, we got a bit of an upset there, so to speak. Exeter, who was the 12th seed, 3-2 over Londonderry, the 5 seed. Doesn't surprise me a lot, that one. Wyndham, the number 2 seed, 4-0 over Keene, no surprise. Nashua North, we already mentioned that was a penalty kick shootout. That Nashua North, number 10, beat number 7, and finally the 7-1 final score for Nashua South over Alvern.
And then the Bulldogs are here with the 7-0 lead. They will look for the right to face Nashua South on Friday. Likely an afternoon game from Stellos. I believe it's currently scheduled for 3 p.m. Don't want to necessarily count the chickens, but we've counted goals, and this is going to be a challenge for the Portsmouth Clippers to come back from.
Bedford's had the goose, laying those golden eggs tonight. A lot of gold.
Well, I know of one goose egg for sure. That's on the Portsmouth's scoring side.
Gosh.
Trying to cut it back here. Walensky comes off his line, and we'll scoop it up for the Bulldogs.
Corey, have you seen Caleb Eater in goal this season?
I have not. That doesn't mean he hasn't, but he certainly started this evening's game and wasn't really tested. Came off his line a couple of times on corners and a couple of deep balls played into the box off of free kicks, but not really tested. Nice ball here by Texiera. Out to Rodriguez, gets back to the middle, can't get it off. Now Texiera. Run on that far side by the outside back on right. Lefty ball here, sails a bit high. That was Hunte G sending a lefty volley sailing.
Both of the Bedford keepers are juniors, so they're both going to be back next year. You know, Lord willing, etc., healthy and not a family move to some other place or whatnot.
This is Catino through the middle. Chin back to Catino. Interrupted nicely by Rodriguez. Played out of bounds here again by Rodriguez as Bouvier sensed the pressure.
In a game like this, when you've got a 7-0 lead and scoring a lot of goals doesn't give you anything else other than bonus time for your players. And of course, you want to give your players, the top players, plenty of time to play. However, I would think that Coach Pepper probably, and we've seen a little bit of subbing, but not everybody.
Yeah.
You want to keep in some of the top players to work with the little bit younger players, so to speak. I'll call them younger, and give them a chance to get the same feel of the way that this game is being played by a side that has shown, incredible tactic and strategy consistently.
Seeing that through the middle with Texiera playing. Looks like that holding mid position. Takes a little shot there. Gavin Diaz is in there as well as Richie Black on the back line. Evan Kaplow's taking a seat. He's had some injury bugs, probably trying to give those some rests. And again, as we mentioned, several of those less frequently used players are out there. It's great to see. Ali Mirza, this is Caden Santerre trying to defend. Good footwork there by Hindle. Played off the back line there by Logan Tennant, who is taking over in that center back role. Good ball here. Can't quite get past that back line for G to run onto it.
It's
Chin
kind
plays it wide. Nice step up by Rodriguez. Have a go. He does, and it's just high.
Keep it low. Gosh, I just hate to see that. I'm sorry. It's
tough.
One of my pet peeves, and so far tonight, some of my other pet peeves are the officials not giving 10 yards on free kicks. So far, it's not been an issue tonight. They've been doing a good job. And I think, Corey, you'll agree they've been pretty consistent.
I would agree, definitely. A couple ticky-tack fouls early on. They've mostly let them play since. And they were calling them both ways, so you can't really complain about it too much. Nicely played there by Diaz, getting out of trouble.
But nicely so far anyway, and I hope I'm not going to spoil this, it's not been a real physical game.
Diaz plays it into the middle. Rodriguez tips it back. Texiera's shot goes just low and right. So Cunha will have another goal kick. Like to see the Bulldogs continuing to put pressure in the offensive half. 8 minutes into the second half here. 7-0 is your score. No goals this half quite yet. And barring any goals on corner kicks, I look forward to having 2 Snicker bars after the game. And another goal here by Mirza. Mirza runs onto it. Diaz helped with the setup, and Ali Mirza with a hattie. See it volleyed back, and I thought Diaz got a piece of that, but that was actually Chin, and it bounced right back to Ali Mirza, and he has a hat trick.
Yeah, just misplayed. The nice thing about some of the players on the field that are doing exceptionally well, Ali is just a sophomore. Diaz and Texera are both seniors. And I know one of them is going to be playing in college, and that would be Mr. Texera. Not sure exactly where yet, but Diaz, I am sure he will be playing somewhere as well. I'd be shocked if he doesn't. And unlike some of our outstanding girl players here, volleyball-wise, I say, so where are you going to play volleyball? And the answer was Lana.
Oh, she's playing basketball. Yeah. Come on, man.
Full scholarship to Big Ten, Purdue.
Tennant now takes the goal kick from Walensky. Rodriguez back to Tennant. Chin with the header out and away, and Rodriguez will play it across the center here. Santerre looks to get the deep ball. Can't quite get a pass, and G has it fall to his feet. Tries to cut through the middle there, and it's played out nicely by Bancroft. Hoey steps up, though. Turns it over quickly.
Like the way Hoey used his entire body there to ensure that the ball was going with him. Run through the ball.
Another substitution here. Mirza will come out after his hat trick. Fantastic output this evening for Mr. Mirza. Trotting on for him is Jack Warble.
My personal opinion, I'm still going to go with Mirza being the most improved player over from last season.
And as you mentioned, just a sophomore. Black plays it back. Walensky will clear it out. Brought down very nicely there. That was Amend for Portsmouth. Plays it in the middle but can't connect with Woodley. And now Chin.
Nice trap by Chin on that hard hit ball to make the first touch. He knew what he was doing. He had space in front of him. He touched it forward.
Yeah, nice soft feet. Gave himself an opportunity on it. Bulldogs combine on the defense back in their right corner. Connor Williams was looking for an opening, and it was quickly shut down. Now Cunha well out of his net. Plays across to Bancroft. Touch here too hard as Bouvier sees it go over the end line, the touch line. And now Black will take a seat.
Not projecting that that Bedford will continue past Friday. Hopefully they will. But if anybody's wondering, semis and finals after that are both going to be down at Stella Stadium Monday the 30th. And then Friday, November the 3rd, semis and the finals for the boys. Girls will be doing their thing after the game on Friday if they continue out in Exeter. Bill Ball Stadium. You know that well, probably.
Been there, done that. Got to call the football championship game there last fall as the Bulldogs came away with an exciting victory on a last-second field goal. Yes, I'm familiar with Bill Ball Stadium.
Not too many individuals get a stadium named after them until after they've passed.
And when is your stadium being announced?
Does this have the B in the field? Maybe that's.
Where's the K? I don't see the K out there. That's all right.
There's another one. Where's the other stadium not too far from here that has
the K? Keene.
It's not that.
P&K. Is that what you're referring
There's
to?
a soccer field that's named after a living New Hampshire soccer icon.
Oh, you got me on that one.
Give you a hint.
Pele?
Hopefully we'll be there.
Oh,
At least
Stellos?
Stellos.
Oh, okay,
The
there you
field,
go.
no, but the Stellos Electric.
Oh,
But the field itself, Stellos Stadium.
yeah.
John Mata Field.
Yes, that is true.
John Mata, who got to kind of consider one of the fathers of representing New Hampshire in soccer. He's served as one of the top guys at the United States Soccer Federation.
There you go.
And if you want a good cup of coffee, you can support his family and go to Dunkin' Donuts. They own quite a few of them.
Playing back to the middle here, but volleyed away by Johnson. Trickling out of that far sideline for a Bedford throw. See Zach Petrie has come in. He's playing that left outside back position. Woodley trying to find some space. Gets shut down.
This one's for you, Bill Jennings. We're doing our job here. Are you enjoying the game, Bill? Check out more BHS sports action from Bedford Community TV on your Apple TV and Roku. Bill is a professional Roku advisor. You can call him if you have questions. You can also watch on Amazon Fire TV via the Cablecast ScreenWeave app. Download the app to watch the next game live on the big screen. Andrew, did Bill call you yet or send you a message?
8-0 is your score as the Clippers try to take a quick throw there. Mirza has the lone goal here in the second half after the Bulldogs went up by a touchdown. They seemingly converted the two-point conversion.
Could you tell who was just subbed out? I see some red sweatshirts, I think, going on some of the players over there.
Yeah. That is Johnson that takes a seat, and I believe Timmy Gleason that both sat down. Tennant here coming out from that center back position. Played in, but off target by Briggs Catino. So we have Hoey and Tennant playing center back roles. Petrie's playing the left back.
Nice little back foot pass to himself there before he took that shot wide.
Looks like Caden Heitman is back over on that left back position. Jack Warble near side here playing in the midfield.
Briggs, check, Briggs, go.
Caden Santerre. Tennant comes over nicely and pokes that out of bounds.
Nice clean slide tackle.
Rodriguez is playing up top for the Bulldogs.
Anybody watching that play right there, thank you, Dale. What you don't want to see is when the spikes, the bottom of the shoes, come up towards the player. You can see how he kept his feet very much down, so did not present any potential serious injury to his opponent.
Those spikes up slides usually draw a card pretty quickly from the aware referees.
I don't think that's what he meant to do.
He got a foot on it, but it went
Yeah.
pretty high, straight in the air. Petrie trying to get up the near sideline, but kicks it out of bounds, so the Clippers will throw.
Now, you had mentioned that Caleb Yeater wasn't really tested, but he prevented himself from having to make a save by coming out, cutting the angle down the way he did. As from my standpoint, coaching, I thought that was fantastic. He did a great that one play, and he was excellent. He didn't need to do much else, but he did the right thing when he needed to.
That was the early opportunity by Zach Amend on a beautiful long ball by Aiden Chin. As you mentioned, Yeater came off of his line and forced a bad strike on the ball, sailing to the left of the goal. 8 minutes into your second half, 8-0 is the score here at Bedford High School. Preliminary playoff game. Nice header there. Goes wide, though. So really one of the only opportunities that the Clippers have had on the offensive end here.
Yeah, there's been a change for most of the second half now. That I don't know. I'm not sure whether it's Bedford players, the substitutes, or what it is that's changed things. Can't tell. I can't tell the players.
Well, certainly it's basically the second team. It's almost the entire team is seldomly used players. So, and the Portsmouth Clippers are getting a lot more time in the offensive end of the field for them. Chin here now. Pushed off by Rodriguez, and that'll get a foul call.
And that was a very good call.
It's a good call. 21 minutes left here in the game. Bulldogs lead 8-0. Not a typo on your screen. Hindle will take the free kick. Just over 10 yards outside of the penalty area.
And the wall is 10 yards back.
Hindle, lefty strike, and sails high and wide.
Oh, you can see his reaction to hitting the ball like that.
Frustrated, as surely he would be. Walensky not challenged on that.
And this is a little different than Bedford's game versus BG. However, both teams are in the same situation right now, where any seniors that you have on the field for Portsmouth, this is their final match, and at least high school-wise. Hopefully some of them will go on to play in college. And they've got a lot of good returning underclassmen.
Grayson Preventure is now in on the back line, playing center back. Tipped away there on the far side, but yielding a corner by Hoey.
There's only a few seniors on. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
No.
Okay, well, Andrew will work on the
got a possible sound
audio here. Maybe fiddle with your cord a little bit. As the Clippers will take the corner on the far side, the in-swinger, beautiful header. And the Clippers get on the board. Outstanding finish there. That was Ben Purcell. In-swinging corner kick. Now, this does not count for the Snickers, by the way. We were talking about Bedford scoring.
No, we weren't.
Get out of here.
No, we were not.
Oh, we're changing the rules here?
No, not changing the rules.
That
wasn't specified. Read here. Why don't you have your pen for a second? Let me show you. Let me show you the notes.
But I love
We're watching the game.
Proventure.
So much about the Snickers.
Plays it wide. Tennant out along the sideline. Keeps it. No, it goes out and beyond. Beautiful header there by Purcell. And finishes.
And the Portsmouth fans did have an opportunity to show that they were here tonight. Though there's not a lot of them, there was a nice little cheering section there. Give them something to cheer about after a tough night.
Beautiful play, though.
Oh my! Yeah, that was a great
textbook right there.
Yep. Very nice.
Bancroft with the throw. Volleyed back in. Walensky comes off his line. Tennant out wide, looking for his options.
You know that commercial that they have where they somebody is driving along in the car and somebody says, "Well, no, it was you. You said that." And I didn't. And
Should we go to the instant replay?
The flag and the instant replay. Well, I got called on that. I didn't see you throw the flag. I think Andrew did.
I don't know. That was initiated by the officiating crew.
Apparently, it was in fact Bedford. I said Bedford. Did I really say Bedford?
You sure did, my friend.
Okay, all right.
It's all right.
You got a Snickers coming, my friend.
Well, not yet.
No, wait a minute.
Not yet.
No, not yet.
Listen,
and
I'm not calling it too early. There's still 17 minutes left in this game, and if Bedford scores on a corner kick, which they do not earn here, it's a goal kick. If Bedford scores on a corner kick, you get 2 Snickers.
I get 2 Snickers? But
no,
where does it stand now?
I get 2 Snickers.
You get 2 Snickers?
Listen, yeah, of course. That's how betting goes, isn't it?
That's
now, I'm willing to relent at least one of them because Portsmouth scored on a corner. I could probably make at least a concession there.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah, I know.
Corey.
But I'm still looking for my own Snicker bar, so yeah.
I will definitely man up for that one.
Nice ball here, putting pressure on the back line for the Bulldogs. But played away by Walensky. Hindle tries to get forward. Chipped up to Catino. His ball is played away by Hoey. Right back to Hindle.
That was a nice pass.
Catino. Now he looks deep. This is Hindle. Played away by Provencher. Chasing it down near sideline. This is Caden Heitman. And now Hindle back into the middle. Catino back to Hindle. Hindle lefty, nope, puts back to his right, shoots, great save, off the bar, and played off the line by Hoey. Great plays back in the back line. Wow, amazing. Original save by Walensky. The rebound looked like it was going to get tipped back in, and Hoey played it right off the goal line.
I thought it hit the football crossbar.
I thought it did too, but I mean, since they kept playing, I would have imagined the officials would have called it out of bounds.
Here's your chance, Dale. If you can go back to that, here we go. Great job, Dale. This is perfect.
Hindle back to his right foot.
There's the ball.
Plays it up. No, that's off the white crossbar.
Just white.
And then there for the header. The attacker for Portsmouth.
And the other thing is, Corey, honestly, I looked down there and the official was virtually on the goal line. He was in a great position to see that, and like I've said, when an official's in the right position, it's hard to, unless it's something really, really clear, to question that decision. Good call.
See some more substitutions, keeping legs fresh. We'll see Bielecki come in. He'll play near side. Diaz will play up top as the striker.
Having just mentioned the official being in the right place at the right time, we need officials to be in the right place at the right time. Becoming high school sports official is an easy call. Officiating allows you to continue to be a role model in demonstrating qualities such as impartiality, fairness, and courage. High school sports officials help protect the integrity of the games. We love by teaching and enforcing the rules of play. New officials have an opportunity to make a difference in their communities right away. To learn more about becoming a high school sports official, please visit NHIAA.org.
Nice possession here by the Bulldogs.
You get paid to exercise if you do most sports, too. Nothing wrong with that.
It's a great way to give back to the community, especially in a time when officials are in such a shortage, and it's across the board, every sport. We knew earlier in the season the football schedule was affected by not having enough officials. You have to play a few of the Friday night games on Thursday night and Saturday afternoon. So if you can and you have an interest, get out there and become an official, any sport.
Corey, when I heard that, I would have thought that the last sport to be affected by lack of officials would be football, for a number of reasons.
Well, I mean, honestly, they're largely insulated from the crowds. I mean, the soccer fields, you get fans right down on the field a lot of the times. They can have easy access to the officials, similar to lacrosse. Ooh, tough tackle on the far side. I believe it is going to get called. It was heading out for a goal kick, but I think they'll call the foul.
I think there's some.
I think the official's coming over
here. I believe the lead official looked like he was turning to the trail official to help him out, and I don't know what they're doing now. What are they doing? They're going to go with the corner? Or no, what is this?
Oh, I guess Bedford got the foul? No, what? Okay, they're going to go with the... No, Bedford got the foul. It's not right there in the corner. That's strange. Looked like the Bedford player was taken down from behind, but either way, the Clippers have what amounts to a corner here, played in right outside of Walensky's goal. Nicely off the line.
Nice punch.
Now turning and getting a deflection here. Will DeDeus has a strike on the ball. It glances off the defender, and Walensky is there.
Can you show us that attacking play down towards the corner?
Benjamin now back on the field for the Bulldogs, trying to provide some of that steady presence that you talked about at the start of this half. Plays it back. This is Heitman. Plays it into the middle. Provencher. Now Bielecki to Tennant. Tennant plays it down the left sideline here. I guess I am incredibly confused. I think we have two number 12s out there for the Bulldogs.
Corey, here's the play that...
Oof. That's a foul on Bedford?
The only foul...
Behave.
Would have been obstruction.
He was right there on the ball. He's within.
Does he stop playing? Does he stop completely to prevent the opponent? No, that's not a foul.
That's a terrible.
Well, it's a foul hitting him from behind. It should have gone the other way. Sorry, guys. I hope they do listen to this and see that, because in fact he did not obstruct. That's not an obstruction.
It will not affect the outcome of this game. 8-1 is your score. The Bulldogs have led nearly, well, yeah, start to finish. Diaz on the ball now, has a brace in this game. Misplayed by the Bulldogs. It trickles out of bounds. Again, Ali Mirza leading the way. 3 goals on the evening. 2 goals by Gavin Diaz. 1 apiece for Ethan Benjamin, Elliot Texiera, and Colin Johnson. Gets you to those 8 goals. Their only second half goal here has been by Ali Mirza very early on. Also worthy of note, Jack Toulin, 4 assists on the evening. An amazing run early on in this game to start the offense, get things generated for the Bulldogs.
If he doesn't get an offer from the U.S. national team, I'm definitely going to talk to the Irish side to see if they'll bring him over and have him play for Ireland in the next World Cup.
Played out nicely by Provencher to Tennant. And now played out of bounds. 9 minutes to go here in the game. 8-1 is your score.
I'm gonna give this game a quick summary, Corey. Watching many of the first touches, and I know I talk about first touches, you want them good, but not only the Bedford first and second touches good, and the third touches are good. Versus Portsmouth, if you can picture back, or if you're going to watch this game, watch it again and think about this, many of the Portsmouth touches are not directed either into a space that has a player that can get the ball, that has the same color jersey, the white jersey, or they're just kicking the ball. There's been a lot of just kick ball by Portsmouth tonight, which surprises me. I thought they played much better last time.
The result of that original matchup was 3-0. We did talk about the fact that the Clippers were missing several of their starting players that evening. And so therefore we were expecting a competitive match tonight, and the Bulldogs came out and put that thought to bed very quickly. It was 3-0 within the first 15 minutes and has snowballed since then.
We still have 8 minutes to go.
Nice play here by Benjamin, gets into the box. Bielecki, beautiful save by Cunha, 2 in a row. Great job by Nico Cunha.
Great save.
Bielecki had 2 great shots. And now another, and it finally goes. Teixeira to Diaz. Diaz gets his hattie. Teixeira gets the assist.
Wow.
And it is 9-1.
Nice touch. Teixeira sees Diaz, puts it right in front of him. Right after, I talked about that. The touches, the quality. The Bedford players know where everybody else is, the opponents and their own teammates. So, and they know where the space is. All around, great, good stuff. Fun game to watch for Bedford. I'm sorry, Portsmouth, but just tonight just didn't put the thing together. Didn't play up to your capabilities. Because I think these players are better. The Portsmouth players are just not having a good night.
We see several substitutions now for the Bulldogs, getting some senior players back on the field. Looks like Richie Black is on the field. We have Timmy Gleason coming back in. I believe Zach Petrie is back on the field. So several of Bulldogs players getting some more run here. Jack Warble. Gleason whiffs on that one, but plays it out of bounds. Just over 6 minutes to go in the game. 9-1 is your score. And your timing on your touches comment could not have been more perfect. I mean, that was beautifully shown there by Teixeira. Into the middle to Diaz, capitalizing on possession, first of all, for the Bulldogs, finding space on their first touches, either for themselves or for their teammates. And then, again, illustrating what you so eloquently put, just knowing where their opponents are and where their teammates are. Fantastically shown there as Teixeira tipped it into the middle and Diaz finished. And honestly, it was right after Cunha had come up with 2 fantastic saves on Bielecki. So Chin pokes it away here. Back to his back line. This is John Tobin. Plays it over the sideline. Jack Martin back on the defensive side for the Clippers now.
Bedford keeping their pace up too. They're not really slowing down.
It's good to see that. Tough one there. Trying to stop the ball, he fell over it.
Yeah, that's a little moisture, a little this time of night, and the cleats.
Finley O'Hare taking a bit of a tumble there on that far sideline.
Slid on his left foot as he changed his weight, leaned back just a little bit.
Good battle down in the corner.
Portsmouth free kick, or yeah, I guess so. I didn't see him.
I believe Teixeira got a little physical there, and they call the foul.
Let's see how quickly I can read this one. I've been doing pretty good. Looking for where you can find upcoming Bedford Bulldogs games. BCTV is a proud member of the New Hampshire Coalition for Community Media, which offers a New Hampshire high school sports broadcast schedule, listing games from all across the state. Our peers in other communities may be covering your away games live on their channels and live streams, like Bedford Bulldogs game coverage and more at nhccm.tv/calendar/sports/ am I reffing ice hockey?
Man,
/.
That is a tough
2-minute
read right
minor.
there. Hey, just when you're doing the reads, you don't have to do them super fast, just so you know. I mean, you can get through them at a good speed so people can understand you. But yeah, that's a tough one there. You had slashes and dots, and come on, man.
Part of the reason I'm doing this is I used to fail at it totally. Usually I can't read things. I ad lib.
All right, well,
I'm going to say what I want to say. I don't care what Bill Jennings or someone else wrote down.
Yeah, listen, Andrew Fenn, our producer, might not like that. He's Senior Executive Vice President, producer in charge. He might not like it if you ad lib too much on those reads.
No.
Yeah. Bulldogs down within the last 5 minutes here. Diaz gets fouled from behind. The Bulldogs will have a free kick. Top left for Cunha. He'll set up his wall on the defense.
And the Portsmouth player adjusting his socks and whatnot over the ball, so Bedford couldn't get a quick kick, but we've got the 10-plus yards on this one.
Love to see that gamesmanship. Ooh, getting all the way in. Headed off the ball.
Offsides.
They do call offside. So Cunha will take the free kick and get things started.
Texera takes a very, very high percentage of those free kicks in the corners as well. Did you say who was that took that one? Could you tell for Bedford?
I did not note that. No.
We're under 5 now. Time is on the field. Clock stopped at the 5-minute mark.
Black has come back into the game for the Bulldogs. Handles that nicely. Provencher. Wide now to Gleason.
That's okay.
Gleason a little awry. Looking for Jack Warble.
Oh, there we go again.
And now Heitman can't control.
Maybe nobody heard that. It's got me.
Trickles over the sideline. I don't know what you're talking about. Tobin heads it forward. Provencher. Heitman now. And Middleton has come back in for the Bulldogs as well with his captain band. Nice job getting back. The back check. Well, that was a big handful of jersey there.
And they got the call.
Different situation that might elicit a yellow, but pretty harmless situation
Corey,
on the far sideline.
Let me know if this is better.
Okay, yeah.
It's easy to listen to Bedford. 105.1 online. Go to wbnh.bedfordnh.org for the stream link. We also stream on apps like Termite, Termian.
That's Tune In.
Tune In.
Tune In, there you go.
My Tuner, Simple Radio, and Radio Garden. I've not heard of any of those, Corey, just to let you know. Just tell Alexa to play Bedford 105.1.
I like the cadence. You know, the pronunciation was a little bit of a challenge. It's okay. I'll give you, direct critique if you don't mind.
That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Just knowing what the words are, that helps. That one's tough to read, though, and especially if you're not exposed to them. We're going to get final whistle here. We were bantering a little bit at the end here, but for due cause, the Bulldogs led start to finish, came out with a 7-goal first half, coasted through the second half. Beautiful games by both Ali Mirza with a hat trick and Gavin Diaz with a hat trick. Goals additionally by Colin Johnson, Elliot Teixeira, and Ethan Benjamin. That gets you to 9. Final score is 9-1. Also of note, Jack Tulin, 4 assists on the evening, all in the first half. The lone goal for the Clippers came on a beautiful header by Ben Purcell, and I cannot wait to munch on some Snicker bars on the way home.
You've got
Any final thoughts?
Hey, I liked after the game, both teams, there were quite a few players. I know a lot of Bedford players play with these guys out in the Seacoast teams, and although the score wasn't good, the game was played cleanly, good officiating, good way to move ahead. Tomorrow night, we've got the girls playing here on the field, 6 o'clock. And as well as that, we've got Friday, we'll be back here. And that's going to be a 2 o'clock game here on, no, I'm sorry, yes.
I'll help
that's
you here.
at Nashua. At Nashua.
Yeah, this is the quarterfinal game. So the boys have won tonight. They move on to the quarterfinal. It will be on Friday at Stello Stadium. Nashua South will be the host. That'll be at 2 p.m. That change is updated as of now. 2 p.m. is the game time on Friday. That'll be brought to you through BCTV, courtesy of Nashua ETV. So we're going to sign off. We really appreciate everybody tuning in. For Bill Klein, I'm Corey Munster-Tiger. We appreciate Andrew Fenn on camera, Dale Bird back in the studio doing replays. We appreciate everybody's night. The Bulldogs take home the victory and they advance to the quarterfinal. 9-1 is your final. Have a good night.